I've had a long life. It's almost my 71st birthday. Imagine that. And so much has happened in this life. God has truly blessed me, although He's also caused some sorrows, I guess, to keep me on my knees. But I am thankful for everything that I have been able to achieve, both for my family, my dynasty, and for the realm. We started with a small island, and look at us now. All the Arabian Peninsula, Syria, Mesopotamia, even up into Armenia is now under our control, so that we can spread the word of our Lord and have people believe the true faith. Because yes, I am still a zealous man after 70 years. So yes, if I may break the immersion here, the arc of the life of Zeyd is coming to an end, and I want to ask you to let me know what you would want me to do next, because of course I could go back to Skyrim, but I'm assuming most people would like me to do more Crusader Kings 3, as that seems to get a lot more viewers. I will of course continue with Skyrim at some point, but for now I think Crusader Kings 3 is pulling me in as well. So I want to do some achievement. Let me know what you think. I'm looking at Al-Andalus, which is starting as an Iberian Muslim, control all of Iberia and take the Avenge the Battle of Tours decision. This is an achievement from the original game, the base game, that I have not done yet. That could be interesting. Then what else do we have? I did End of an Era. You should check out that series if you're interested. Kings to the 7th generation, starting as Count Eudes Capet of Anjou. Capet of Anjou probably. In 867, lead your dynasty to rule the Kingdom of France. That could be interesting, I think. It's a return to Europe. Of course, also Last Count, First King. I haven't done that yet. Starting as Duke Nuno of Portugal, form the Kingdom of Portugal. I'm leaning towards that because that should happen within one lifetime and it shouldn't be that hard. And so that probably should take me less than 2 weeks to do. Then what else do we have that I think is interesting? Carolingian consolidation. Starting as a Caroling, be the only independent Caroling to hold a landed title. Now we could start in 1066 as Count Herbert of Vermandois. He is the only landed Caroling in that time. But where is the challenge, right? Maybe we should start as an earlier Caroling and see, but that would be a long series, and see if we can be the only independent dynasty member after a while. I don't know, could be interesting. And of course there is the ultimate challenge, well, not, there are some other ultimate challenges, but from the beginning, Mother of Us All, I still need to do that. I do want to do that sooner rather than later, but that will take a long time, so that wouldn't start until, well, next month probably, if I do this one. That is Mother of Us All is as an African lady, right? And your dynasty take over all of Africa and reform an African pagan faith and convert all counties in Africa to it. That is quite the challenge. The other thing I am interested in is, where is it? In Royal Court there is one called Bochempo, which means as a member of Pukil dynasty, recreate the Empire of Tibet. So starting low on the ladder, get all of Tibet together into an empire. And of course there the challenge is that the Tibetan faiths are not very keen on warfare. And then, yeah. There is one in Tours and Tournaments, the recent ones, that is interesting, but it's a bit bugged. I think it's still bugged. Little William Marshall. And there's also the Iron and Golden King. Anyway, look that up on the achievement page in the CK3 wiki and let me know what you would want me to do. The other option is to go with a challenge as One Proud Bavarian showed. There is an old page for Crusader Kings 2 that generates a challenge and that we could adapt to use in CK3. Anyway, so yes, that's that. Then let's continue with our game. So, what will happen after my death? Will my children tear the realm apart, or will it all stay together under my first son, Zainuddin? I mean, he is the right guy because he's zealous, he's temperate and chaste. Okay, chaste we are not too keen on anymore, but all right. He has a bunch of children, so the succession is safe. And even my grandson, Nizam, is okay. Okay, he's impatient, but he's temperate and forgiving, which are two good virtues. Happy birthday. Now 71 years old. I put a bunch of money into building stuff because I have the money now. I might as well spend it. And Nizam has concluded his task. This is another Nizam, the Patriarch Nizam. Convert faith. Yeah, we're still converting faith. How about here? What is this? Yambu. That's not Mecca or Medina. This is Medina. Let's do it there. My son Galib is about to leave court. Yeah, you said that before. You're free to go. You're a monk. You follow the voice of the Lord, right? Fagira, she's my courtier. She is of my house, but how is he? He's my guest. He's my guest. What about you? You're my niece. And you're not married to him, I see. Okay. I guess that happens. She needs an education. You want to have a learning education. That sounds good. Let's find someone who's good at that. Patriarch, of course. Yes. All right. I can create the Duchy of Georgia. Do we need to do that? We should probably do that. All right. I was thinking it is springtime, right? We should go view some flowers. Visit a famed flower meadow. There is a part of your realm famous for the beauty of its meadows and fields in springtime when the flowers are in full bloom. Now seems to be a good time, so we gain piety, we lose stress. What's not to like? Yeah, there is only one place, apparently, and that is Arusafa, Iraq. There we go. Do we need mountaineers? No. It is wetlands, floodplains. And it doesn't seem to be very dangerous anyway. A forder would be... Yeah, we don't need mercenary guards. I don't think so. We're going to admire the famous flowers. Manage our guest? Nah, it's fine. And Arif has come of age. He's a bit fat. Until we meet again, Arif. But he's a traveler, so who knows. Education at an end. My word, Hanifa has come of age. Hanifa, my granddaughter from Tanaz. Yeah. Before her mother does something stupid, I want to set her up with a husband. Right? She is really good. She is really good. Almost as good as my patient. But do we need court tutor? Her mother is a court tutor. She's actually better. Sorry, Mom, but your daughter is better. Hanifa. Yeah. You will replace your daughter, your mother. And then I shall find you a spouse matrilineally. Somebody who is not a ruler. Yeah, maybe 35 is maximum. Rebels. Okay. Well, you have a bunch of good traits. So, I would like somebody with good traits. He's Rajasthani, but okay. Ah. Beautiful man. Arbitrary though, and he already has a daughter. Ali is already of our faith and in our realm. Umla is intelligent. That is good. And then we have a bunch of grandsons who are not of age yet. Okay, if we go for highest in learning, for example. Or just some of all skills. He does seem to be very good. Alright, you. And you shall convert. Samir comes of age, yes. Alright, can we get back to the flowers, please? Betrothed can marry. I'll do that then. The flower meadows. Today I've taken time to visit the spring meadows of Sheikhdom of Usafa, famous for the beauty of their flowers. I'm not disappointed. From one end of the horizon to another there are hundreds, if not thousands, of small, lovely wildflowers, each their own unique hue of color. With all these flowers together like this, when the wind blows even slightly, they look like a moving tapestry woven by God. I sit on the ground atop a hill and just gaze in wonder at the majesty, the majestic beauty of nature before me. Simply amazing. Flower viewing is over. It was relaxing to witness such beauty in nature. He gained piety, lost stress. Yeah, he was there to enjoy the smells, I guess. Making acquaintances, my great-granddaughter Tana seems to enjoy our latest local feast immensely. She got along quite well with everyone she spoke to, even the adult guests. Well done, child. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. And we arrive back home. And my water Zam has come of age. That is great. You can go to Urdun and get married there. Yep. And what do we have here? Hold court. And we can assign more guardians. Okay. You, my granddaughter, Jahaira. Martial education, I don't think so. Why don't you do stewardship? You should learn some language. Arabic. Don't you already speak Arabic? How about... the language of our court? There's a lot of languages here. West Iranian. Okay, whatever. No, not my ward. You want a stewardship education, right? Zainuddin can do that, or... Where's my other son? Well, Princess Tanas can do that too. Yeah, she's good at that. Okay. There you go. And then we have another one. Great grandson Isa. Why don't you also go to Tanas? And that's that. Mysterious relic. I've received a strange report from one of my officials stationed in a village in the distant corner of Haik. Several weeks ago, loud noises were reported one night. It sounded like blacksmiths at work or carpenters building houses, yet no such activity was being done to anyone's knowledge. That morning, my official went with the locals to investigate the source of the noise. All they saw were a few fallen trees and old clumps of dirt on the ground, and a rod made of some kind of wood. When touched, it emitted a loud sound that temporarily deafened all who were present, and a great light appeared for a brief moment. No one has been able to make the rod do that again, despite repeated efforts. The peasants believe that the rod is a holy relic from God, but my official, a scholar, is more skeptical. As the report concludes, I have no doubt God would never leave divine artifacts lying around like trash. After all, he would surely prefer we study and learn from this strange thing to further our knowledge of natural phenomena about the world he created. The rod. No, the peasants will be happy if we consecrate the holy relic. Yeah, that's fine. Unworthy of attention. While I was in the castle town with Isra, her attention was caught by the criminal chained in the pillory. Isra lifted her head and made a show of ignoring the criminals begging for water before leaving in short order. The punish is not to be ignored, but to be learned from. Okay. She changed her outlook. That is good. I have concluded my task. That is great. And my son Kawood has become impressed with the way the court operates. That is great. It seems that this encourages his ambitions to surpass them all in his achievements. Aspirations must be based in hard labor. It is wise to temper such expectations, or only a naive fool has such inclinations. Kawood. Aspirations must be based in hard labor. Yeah, I think so. But he keeps the trait ambitious and callous. That is not good. A prank. A thief was recently caught by my guard for trespassing in the house of my sorcerer. He was a young noble who had nothing better to do, and as he's done this multiple times, and only now he's finally caught. My culture has discovered Casu's belly, as if we haven't used that for many ages. But whatever. I pay him a visit in the dungeons before making a judgment. Perhaps there's more to this than meets the eye. He laughs when he explains himself. Okay, I'll tell you. I sneak into people's houses, take things off their tables and shelves, and put them in their barrels or containers. Ha ha ha. They think their possessions are stolen, but no, they are right there. They just don't know. As you are noble, I'll let you go this time. These are harmless pranks, but you must pay a fine for trespassing. I could use a sly fox like you. Nah. You must pay a fine for trespassing. And then he died. And, well, he disappeared without a trace. Put in some barrel or something, I guess. Royal Labs. The pageantry of Ford continues day after day from dawn to dusk. Aria extemporizes on my greatness, sprouting platitudes and praises. Neighbor Emira Root joins in, playing to the crowd, grinning stupidly and expecting a sign of my favor for her antics. A deep insistent desire to leave for the grounds and lose myself in exercise slowly builds, gnawing at my mind and distracting my attention. A long bead of sweat trickles interminably down my brow. Aria notices my distance, inquiring, "Are you alright, my lord?" with almost genuine concern. Forgive me, I have other business to attend to. I mean, I am old, right? Maybe we should hold court? We should hold court, okay. While we're here. Maybe this is more important. The growth of Medina's steward Zainuddin is visibly motivated by some grand proposal. Great Malika Muazzam, there is much potential in your Sheikhdom of Medina for a regional center of commerce and artisans. With funds for construction, the groundwork for the area's first Socotra city could be laid in Batn Nakhal by consolidating villages. Trade should be encouraged, indeed. Yes. Land grants. An envoy from a provincial city, Valir Kupovostavi, has come to protest the abuse the city has been suffering at the hands of his neighbor, Suffragan Bishop Ramadeva, under the protection of their leader, Sheikh Hakam of Tbilisi. They occupy and repossess our arable land by force and threaten the landowners with spiritual damnation and material violence to make them sell their belongings. I beg of you, my lord, do us justice. Ramadeva is not above the law. Yeah, he's not above the law. And it's overwhelming me with stress. Stifled commerce. A provincial merchant steps forward, clearly out of his element in my rich halls. I beckon. Come, man, we don't have all day. Yes, my lord, he stammers. I am Abdullah, representing the disgruntled traders and freemen of As-Suwaidia, Antiochia's greatest wilaya. Adidar Vali fails to maintain even the most rudimentary records. We humbly ask to be replaced by someone else. His election will come early, yes. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings is dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. And that is that. A traveler from Socotra. A renowned traveler named Yagana Amela is settling down in Socotra after many years of adventuring. Currently, she's serving the community as an important leader in one of the major towns. Today she's visiting my court, and based on our discussions so far, it appears she retains a lot of knowledge about the various lands she traveled in. She hopes to use it to assist her town in growing and developing. Okay. I'm glad such a talented person is in my realm. Or why don't you come to work for me instead? No, that's good. Socotra needs that too. Mental break and dark thoughts. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? Well, sting of the lash. No, that's not like me. A couple of drinks. Yeah, maybe, but that's not very good, is it? Or I must be strong and resist these impulses. As a zealous man, I probably would think that. And that gives me another mental break, and it brings me close to death. I sit brooding on my throne, my heart heavy with memory, mulling over things I did years and years ago. Do I truly have God's eye? Has my faith been a torch in the dark, or a pyre for my own folly? Have I ever truly done the right thing? My head throbs. Why would God task me with ruling if he knew it would make me this miserable? I swear to God I'll punch someone, or I'm going for a ride. Long walks of the mind. Yeah, I cannot make mistakes. I'm going for a ride, even though I'm old and feeble. And I'm no longer close to death. Oh my goodness. Alright. Iranian scholar. The people of Iran have for centuries been one of the last bastions of ancient pagan beliefs. Many among them are renowned throughout the region for their knowledge and wisdom. Today, one such man named Radi Hamdanid has arrived at my court seeking my patronage. If I support him and his family, he will in exchange provide his services as a scholar and thinker. The Iranians are famed throughout the region for their immense knowledge in all fields, mystical, spiritual and material, so having one at my court would be a great boon. Yes. This is from the Rice mod, and it's based on the fact that I believe the school of Pythagoras was very strong and famous there. Sounds like a deal. Welcome him. Okay, the young mediator. We must watch out for blasphemers. Yes. And wait a moment. You want a martial education. That seems to be what you're talented in. There we go. Notable guest. Trifon would make a good husband for someone. Really now? He's 59. How many more years does he have in him? I'll recruit you because I have money plenty, and then I'll ask you to convert. But I'm not sure I can arrange a marriage for you. Relevance, yeah. No, I don't think these are relevant. They're all way younger than you, and I see no reason. To grant you one. Grand tour, yeah, I'm not going to do another grand tour, sorry. I can commission an artifact, sure. I've concluded my task. You're my marshal, that is great. Commission an artifact. What do we need? A book, maybe. What artifacts do we have? A trinket would be nice, but Yeah, I have everything. Maybe a better crown, but I already have a Masur crown. Yeah, I don't really need any of this. Alright, maybe we can visit a hot spring. Ah, new fascination. That's great. Hello? Fascination. Yeah. We're now in the early medieval age, so we can now select new. We have all of these. Yes. Battlements or birds. This unlocks all early medieval military buildings, and this fortification. This is what we need for upgrading our castles, isn't it? If I want to upgrade this, I need battlements. Okay. And that's what we shall do. Okay, now let's go to some hot spring for some relaxation. Baghdad is the only one. Well, that's good because then we don't need to travel. Guests, I don't want any courtiers or court guests. Just my family. Just my close family. Oh, look at him. He's now a bishop. A bishop in Antiochia. Good for you. Finally. Doing something useful. Okay, we're going to the hot spring in Baghdad. I have studied Aramaic language for many moons. A personal pentimism used the Aramaic script, a letter of friendship from a speaker of Greek. Romanos of Lykandos. Okay. We've just arrived at one of the local hot springs in Baghdad. Even though this hot spring isn't particularly famous compared to some of the other more popular ones, soaking up the warm waters is still quite the enjoyable experience. I feel like I've rarely... What? Why can't they fix their grammar? I feel like I rarely feel this at ease in my daily life. I close my eyes and relax as all my worries leave my mind, even if just for a moment. It's a pity that this visit will only last so long, so I'll try to make the most of it while I'm here. I'm glad I came here. Is this a vanilla event, or is this from a mod like Rice? Okay, we lost a little bit of stress. No, I'm not going to do a grand tour, and I'm not going to commission another artifact. This one, grand tour. Take that off the list. Hunt, I'm not going to hunt anymore, or a pilgrimage. Yeah, flower viewing is okay. But that's not available for 10 years. We're not going to get that far, I think. My son Prince Johanna can marry my chancellor. Yeah, your wife died. That is sad. Yeah. She died in her sleep, at least, at age 59. Okay. It happens. You still have a concubine. But you are rakish, so maybe... How is a 0-year-old relevant? Let's at least go with adults. Okay. Oh, he can marry Aziza. Yeah, I don't think so. Not lowborn. Right? I mean, he is a prince. And maybe should have inheritable traits. Do we have? I need somebody who is like a nice person. So not vengeful, for example. She is lustful, shy, and fickle. Yeah, forgiving, trusting, and honest. That is pretty good. Okay, hopefully you'll like her. I can only propose, of course. He needs to decide by himself. Yeah, he does accept her. Okay. And then, of course, is what? No, wait a moment. Is that the same person? Okay, whatever. My granddaughter Isa seems to have been having a difficult time at the latest local physical fest. Afterwards, the guests seemed annoying and uninteresting, and she just wanted to be alone. Do not worry, it's just appearances. What would you want in a feast then? Okay. She does not change her ways. She's young. And she dreams of greatness. Aspirations must be based on hard labor. Becomes diligent. That's good. And Saba comes of age. My daughter. Okay, they grow up fast. Look at that. 4-star Midas touched. And she can get married, of course. Prince Agalab has become impressed with the way the court operates, never ceasing to live on, constantly bustling with activity. It seems that this encouraged him to become a more laid-back kind of person, seeing that all the concerns are resolved without effort on his part. He needs not to worry about minutiae, or there must be things he cares to work for. Idle hands will not serve him well, or this sign of softness and feebleness. Yeah, idle hands will not serve him well. I have concluded my task. Okay. Promote culture. Promote culture. Let's do it here. Rusafa, and then you convert faith. What is this shadow still doing here? And you shall increase control. I guess I'm understand. I see an older woman dancing around with erratic but joyous movements, laughing and skipping through the town market. I ask one of the peddlers who she is, and he shrugs. Oh, I don't mind her. She's the local madwoman. And very kind and harmless. She's been like that for years, and we think she's just possessed by God. Amused, I approach the lady and make small talk with her and ask her why she seems to be in good spirits. Always be happy for what we have today, my lord, she says cheerfully, twirling around me before bowing and skipping away. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Laugh and be merry, that's how to live life. She may be an odd one, but what she says isn't wrong. Staring at stars. From all my evenings watching stars, I've seen with my own eyes what I have only heard of before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but seemingly in large groups depending on which celestial sphere they belong to. Indeed, with the right calculations, one could even predict their movement. My friend does not approve, of course. Leave the skies be. The celestial realm is for the clergy to know. I will find my answers in the heavens. I think I'm blessed by God. I can know this as well. For all intents and purposes, I am clergy. Church and state. Yeah, let's do that. Coveted literature. My lord, my friend Nizam approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the influential Regula Pastoralis, but refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of his way, I would be in your debt. I will make sure the book gets to you. This book sounds interesting. That sounds like a you problem. I'll make sure the book gets to you, my friend. I'll get you the book. Sami Socotra, has died. My grandson, at only 22 years of age, disappeared without a trace. What a mystery. Okay, well, nothing I can do about that. A task aborted. Okay. This one. Yeah, here around my capital. And I could designate a guardian for my grandson, Muzaffaradin. You want a intrigue education? Okay. We have people who can help you with that. Maybe this one. The man. The idiot belongs in my dungeon. Show Prince Johanna in at once. He takes the knee. Serve me well. I'm suddenly above the domain limit. That must be because somebody died and left me their realm. Education then. My word Tanas has come of age. Okay. Until we meet again. And he has concluded his task. Grand tournament? I don't think so. Yeah, we need to do something about that. We need to find her a spouse, right? She is at my court. She is intelligent. So I would say, again, maximum 35, inheritable. Or maybe lowborn as well. I mean, she's not set to inherit anything. And she is intelligent, so something like that. Yeah, Longa is a good one. And that's about it. Someone's court physician, yeah, but he is gluttonous. That's not quite as good. How about some of those skills? He is wrathful. Okay, Callistus. Matrilineally. Servant of the Horned God. As I open my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, Zeyd? I would recognize that voice anywhere. It must be my vassal sheikh, Abdullah. The Horned God offers you his blessing. Will you accept? I want nothing to do with this begone demon. I have come across a book describing how ancient monastics used trance and visions of ecstasy to commune with heaven. It seems a strange practice. What do other texts say? Ah, yeah, I still have these extra domain holdings. Where is this? Takuka. Man Beach. Ah, because it's because I built a few extra castles. Okay. Yeah. Same here. Okay. Ooh, okay, whatever. This chronology, the more I dig into the ancient text, the more I discover. Good, the mysterious practices of the ancient monastics predate even Christianity itself. I seem to have stumbled across something remarkable. This is teaching me so much about my faith. My daughter Isa is almost grown up, and I have noticed that she shows less and less emotional care, even with her few friends and members of the family. Perhaps I should talk with her about it. Yes, of course, she's my daughter. I'm happy she should know. I must reach out to her. A shake-up in her social circle. I must reach out to her. It's all too much. What worth is there in even trying? We are in the middle of dinner when it all just falls apart. I have to go through new records from Baghdad. I have to settle a dozen local disputes. And my daughter does not change her ways. Are you alright, my liege? My son, Prince Johanna, cautiously voices his concern. What does it matter? I give up. Johanna, please help me. He becomes my friend. No, you foppish sycophant. I'm not alright. Please help me. But once again, it's... Finish this job, outliving a child. Oh God, how could you do this to Tanaz? I've sinned, why did you not punish me instead? She was blameless, my perfect daughter. Life had so much more in store for her. She did not deserve this. Okay, let me... I've been overwhelmed by stress, yes, I know. Here. Saying goodbye, there is a deep and endless hole in my heart. Tanaz was a constant companion and confidant, and to have her ripped from my life feels like a mortal wound, from which I will never recover. My hand clasps the note she gave me, the last note she ever will give me, I realize bitterly. I try to read it, but all I can do is move it away from my face, that the precious words contained within it are not washed away by my tears. Though there is a crowd of many mourners around me, I have never felt so alone. I will never forget this day, or I need to be strong and move forward. I will never forget this day. Okay. Yeah. Life's stressful. Word comes of age. And my grandson Mubarak is out of touch. We should discuss it. A shake-up in his social circle. We should discuss it. And betrothed can marry. That is Kavud and Michal of Amman. I remember this. She is the daughter of Peretz, who was a loyal servant. And I gave him like the counties around Jerusalem to rule because he's a Radhanite. Right? He has an Israelite heritage. And she's his younger daughter. I had some difficulties when I visited there. My granddaughter Isa is almost grown up, and the rumor around the court is that she seems to be involved in everyone's problems, trying to be a good listener and helping hand for commoners, nobles, and priests. Like perhaps I should talk with her about it. I'm happy she turned out this way. Yeah, that's good. And I probably should set her up with someone to marry. She's my ward, but she's not in my court. Well, you could do worse, I guess. And are you... You're the daughter of... yeah, okay. You have other siblings. So even if you get married, patrilineally, it doesn't matter for the inheritance. Okay. Dreams of greatness. Mubarak has become impressed with the way the court operates, and so on and so on. Ambitious. Aspirations must be based in hard labor. While my court deals only in lies and falsehoods, I have found those who claim to be willing to tell me the truth. They live with me in my head. They say that they know what the truth is. Do they really know? I must exercise these devils with a naked run. Okay. Sister Shifta died. Gout-ridden at age 70. My word Isa has come of age. Okay. New church is established. Okay. Very nice. I need a new court physician. Court physician. Average. Well, she's at least diligent. You'll have to do food taster. Evil planner. Rational zealot, my grandson. That sounds good. Master of the hunt. Not that I'm going hunting anymore, but... This young guy here is busy ruling. Let's see, he'll do. And a royal architect. He should be a royal architect. Court poet. There's nobody who can do that. No time spent overseeing children can be taxing pastime, especially when they begin to push against the boundaries established by adults. In that regard, Aglap is not different. Not too different, as he always on a very short fuse cannot wait to have the powers of an adult. It's only natural in his position, it would be prudent to show discretion. Childish bout shall be dismissed as such. My patriarch and friend. My love does not change his ways. My friend, where shall I send you now? Here. Basra. Know thyself, close to the end. I can feel it in my very bones. Death will come for me soon. Like an old friend, he is patiently waiting to receive me. I will be dead within a year. 75 years of age. Rasa comes of age. She's my daughter. She's already betrothed, so she get married. A lover's visitation. I lay cozily in my bed when I feel a familiar touch drifting across my bare chest. I think nothing of it at first, but as my eyes struggle open, I see that it's my dearly departed Prabhavati sitting beside me. Oh, my petal, it has been so long, hasn't it? But when I hold you and kiss you, does the love not return to your heart as if it all happened yesterday? Hold me, my little firebrand. Love me all over again. I can't believe it. Yet I see her and feel her. Though I know this to be a dream, it is so vivid, I simply cannot resist. Oh, hold me, like we did so long ago. Making acquaintances. My daughter Isa seemed to enjoy our local latest feast immensely. She got along quite well with everyone. She spoke to even the adult guests. Well done, child, well done. Shameful defenses. I am in town today paying a visit to someone and overhear an elderly gentleman saying the security around here is terrible. Shameful, that's what it is. He then continues to criticize my guards and my decisions in regard to protecting the area without noticing I am right there. Ignore him, he's just an armchair commander. Skyrim reference there. A sandstorm recently swept through Harad at a most inopportune time. Many people perished, including some soldiers who were on patrol. Furthermore, there was some damage to local infrastructure and buildings. It's too bad there's not much we can do. Let's try and help the victims as much as we can. Yes, let's do that. What are Socotra's qualities? Socotra's legends and lore have always attracted much attention since ancient times. A traveling scholar has visited my court and wishes to investigate the history, lore and environment of the island and hopes to do that by first talking with me, Socotra's ruler, before discussing matters with the island's inhabitants, as well as the merchants and Bavari's corsairs who frequent it. There's so much to talk about given the island's uniqueness, but I begin with Socotra's exotic plants, like dragon's blood or cucumber tree. Yes. Because of its isolated position in the ocean, it has unique kinds of plants. Defender of the Faith. My grandson. Heartaches, but it is a sweet ache, yes. Will we still have time to make it to theologian? Doubtful. After hearing someone screaming in the other room, several of my guards and I rush into... I'm not rushing at my age. See one of the maids squeaking in terror as she hides behind the table. Why did you scream like that? Asked one of my guards. I saw John. Ah, there it is. What? The spider! They'll turn around and there, hanging from the ceiling, is a spider the size of a wooden plate, slowly lowering itself downwards. Someone kill that thing. Or everyone run out right now. Get out. Someone kill it. I've arrived in Baghdad to pay homage to you, glorious Malika Muazzam, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honor, Sheikh Suda of Waj. I'll take him. And Patriarch Nizam has finished his task. Okay, what do we need most? Maybe here, Aleppo. And there it is. We have died. Malik al-Muazzam Zeyd of the Socotra Empire has found peace in Christ's embrace at 76 years of age. He died of old age, a hollowed shell of his former self. He had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. Malik al-Muazzam Zainuddin ascends to the throne. A learned administrator, he is recognized as one of the most qualified people to ascend the throne. And we may continue playing as him. But instead I will wrap up this series here. We have achieved a lot, and I'm happy with how it's went. How it's gone, I should say. And I will read your comments about what to do next and then to make my decision. I hope to see you again soon.